Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today we are doing another beautiful reading. Today we're looking at what's come before, okay? The stuff, the work that we've done, and it's a little bit, I think, today of a thumbs up, way to go. You've really come a long way in everything that you've done. We're still constantly working on ourselves, Pisces, and that's the wonderful thing. But it's also talking about everything that you've done to further yourself in the journey that you are going on. And how can I surrender even more in this moment? I feel that I'm going to take the Power of Surrender cards here today, especially for this, because I find that that is like what is coming through. Okay, what else? What have you surrendered? I want to see what have you surrendered in the past to help you get where you are now. So let's see, Pisces. Let's take a quick look here. What you've surrendered so far. You surrendered resentments. Let's pull 3, okay? That's a big one, and it's a good one. Surrender low self-esteem, even better, okay? And surrender the habit of people-pleasing. And if you saw yesterday's reading, you will absolutely understand, because we're talking about health, and for some of us, health is also the way we appear to other people, especially when it comes to, like, you know, let's say you have not enough hair, or you're wearing glasses and you don't want to, or, you know, teeth, or body weight, or anything. A lot of health stuff is coming in as health, but it's more appearance. So it goes into your personality, your character, the way you appear. It all comes into people pleasing. I must be a certain way or look a certain way to make people happy. And I'm looking at this more and more every day, as I feel that we've moved away from this, okay? And I feel maybe this one, we're still working on that one. But, yeah. Anyway, so let's keep going here. Let's keep going. I'm not going to get stuck in one of these things. Okay, holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. We had a lot of forgiving videos in the last 2 months or so. I mean, it was 1 week. It was all about forgiving people. So, and it's more to forgive them so that you can feel... I don't know, you can free yourself from that negative energy, okay, Pisces? And then there's surrender low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. That is so important for anything. It will help you with the rest of what's coming in here, Pisces. To surrender the habit of people-pleasing, speak your needs, and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Absolutely. Making everybody else happy is just, I don't know, it's impossible. You're never going to make everybody happy anyway. And why would you? Because especially if it doesn't align with what you want, right? It will stop you from many, many things. So, these are the things that you have put away. And I love it, because look at that. You have the blue, you have the yellow for the solar plexus, and you have the purple for the third eye. It's all the energies that you have been working on. It's wonderful. Okay? So I'm going to turn this around, and it says, It is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming. And I love that the Three of Wands is coming because, of course, there's the wheel of the ship and ships in front of you. It's like trust for you that you're going into the sun, okay? Know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God or Source can produce miracles in your life. Today's mantra: I surrender, I accept all that I cannot change, I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. And this is about trusting the process. This is about launching yourself into the things that you want the most. So we're going to pull some cards here, Pisces, finally, and see what this has to bring. Eight of Wands, Six of Wands, the Magician in reverse. There we go. Okay. Okay. So that one went flying away from me. Literally just like went away. So let's see here, Pisces. You have the Eight of Wands in reverse, but that doesn't really matter because it looks pretty much the same, right? It's Wands going into the middle of the card. So I feel that there's less wands at the bottom of this card right here, so I feel that it's more coming from above. This is helpful. It has helped you get a lot of victory in your life. It's the success that you've been looking for. Not only becoming a role model to others, but to yourself, okay? Instead of looking for acceptance from others, you are now looking for acceptance from yourself, which is the biggest person to get acceptance from, by the way, okay? Because you're always with yourself, and we're always tweaking this. Okay, so the Magician, and right now what I'm feeling, the Magician in reverse, I feel more that it's just a perspective. You just need to switch it up a little bit, okay? And like the magic again is going upwards in this card rather than going down, okay? So it's all, again, it's this energy is rising above, if I'm reading it more interpretively than just the cards in reverse. And I feel that it's just a switch or a shift in perception that the cards are in reverse. Of course, the Three of Pentacles for me is always about a partnership with spirituality when I read. I know that's not what it means for a lot of readers, but that is the way I identify this card, and my guides know this. So the Three of Pentacles is it's a partnership that you've been building with Spirit, okay, to help you find your way, to help you be the person you've always wanted to be, okay? And you've done a lot of work. I mean, in your past right here, you're seeing the resentments, the forgiveness, the low self-esteem about yourself we're working on, and the people-pleasing. And now you're surrendering even more to the moment. It's asking you even more. I feel like it's going dive in deeper. I think that's what I feel in this reading. It's like, go deeper within yourself, Pisces, to find the real truth. You know, that little last remnant. You know, when you've had the idea of it already, but it's just like at the end you get that eureka moment, and it's like it's getting there for you. In other words, every step that you've taken is getting you closer and closer to that, aha, I got it, okay? And, yeah. So, how can I surrender even more to this moment, even more. In other words, like, if you think that you've done pretty good so far, it's asking you to do better or more, just more, okay? Go in deeper, Pisces. Do even more, right? The High Priestess. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of that third eye chakra. It's helped you so far, but I feel that it's going to go more, okay? Yeah. Persevere. You're almost there. This card is a almost there card, right? It's been long. It's been tough. You've been wounded. You've held your ground. You've done all of that stuff, but do even more, okay? You're one brilliant, beautiful moment away from it, okay, from success. And a lot of it is surrendering. This, I feel, is surrender. She's throwing up the stick in the air. I surrender, right? I give in. So the word surrender right here, it's the key to these readings. Surrender to the different perception. Surrender to the moment. Surrender to thinking differently. Okay? There's definitely something in this right here. Like in these three cards right here, I feel definitely that what you have been doing, the past, what you've been doing has gotten you a heck of a long way ahead, okay? It's really gotten you going, right? You've really listened to yourself. Surrendering to the moment is really sitting down and listening to the truth. Surrendering to the truth. And it's brought you some fantastic insights. You've probably opened more doors than you ever thought possible. You know, sometimes we think, oh, I'll ask the question and there'll be one answer. No, there were many answers. There were many things for you to look at. And they're saying to be brave right now and to really surrender to the rest of it. You know, the things that you said, well, I did 80% of the work, even maybe 90% of the work, they're telling you just surrender to the rest of the 10%, okay? It won't lead you astray. It won't take you down the garden path. You've done so much work that you already got, you know, you're already on the trail. You're already following where you're supposed to be going. So just trust that and follow it. Yeah, I feel that concoction, like it's going into the cosmos, the magic, right? It's like the light is getting ready to shine in, and you've opened it. You've opened that swirl of energy coming in. The spiritual help is definitely there for you, Pisces. That Page of Wands is your sparkle, your magic. Okay, both of these. You see them right here. Yeah, like I said, take that last 10% and go towards it, okay? It's going to open you up even more. That's what I feel. It's like you're leaning out, trusting the universe. You're handing it out, right? You're going, here, I trust you. I trust you with this, okay? You're running to leap off. Like even here, it looks like, you know, the edge of something. You're running and you're going to, like, you know, go off the edge. You're going off the edge. Surrender to it. That's the word that keeps coming. Surrender to whatever you are trying to make happen, okay? Spirit is reminding me to tell you, don't surrender to bad things. Surrender to good things, right? This is for the people who need help, who come in the room, who are new. This is not an indication for you to do something bad to yourself or others. It is something telling you to embrace the power within yourself, to change and to make your life better. Had to put that in there. Spirit made me do it. So, thank you, Spirit. I always assumed that everybody who's here is, you know. We'll leave it at that. So, all right, Pisces. I had to put my mother's shoes on there. Yeah, okay. So you got the Two of Wands contemplating, and the Three of Wands is here in the card after. So that's absolutely what you've done in the past. You contemplated and looked at the best options possible. We are looking at the past, everything that you've done. And I feel like they've brought in part of where you are now. which is letting the current take you where it needs to, okay? You've done 80 or 90% of the work. Now it's time to let the rest of it kind of guide you. It's like putting things into place, right? You've set the course, you've gathered the friends, you know where you're going. Even if you were on autopilot, the boat is going in that direction, right? So you've already set up the major things. All you really need to do now is really to hone in on what you need to do. How can you surrender even more in this moment, okay? In other words, what more can you do to improve your situation? And some of you may say, but there's nothing more. Yes, there is. There's more. There's always more. There'll always be more. But in this case, they're telling you, do it even more, Pisces, okay? And do it freely. Do it freely from your heart, that you're going to say, well, I can do this. There's not a problem. I can take care of this. I can do this now. I don't have a problem anymore, okay, with any of this. All right, so I did not pull from this deck. Let's pull from this deck. It's kind of weird. I took the other deck and then completely ignored this one. Mirror, reflection, and traffic cone, caution. All right. All right, so the caution sign, I feel, is again something that's talking about that trusting part, right? We live in caution, be careful. It can also mean that you are trying to be cautious, but you've already set up. But I was talking to you, you've already set up the course. You've already done everything you needed to make sure that you're on course. You've been cautious, okay, in what you've done. You've set up your traffic cones so that you're safe within the area. So please make sure this is not like, you know, like it's not coming through as wait, be careful, something bad's going to happen. I feel it's more like you've already taken care of that. You've already been careful, okay? You've already let people know. Every time I see a cone, I look at it and go, oh, something's going on. I can't go in that area. There's a wet floor sign. It's all of that stuff. You've done all of that work to be cautious. You've thrown caution to the wind as well. And this is in your past, right? So you've done all of the legwork to be safe. And it can also be that you've done your time of being cautious. They keep showing me the Four of Pentacles, like, you know, to take control so that nothing bad happens. And you've looked at the reflection in the mirror. I like that, the reflection in the mirror, okay? You've taken a moment and looked at the reflection of what was showing through. Okay? But again, I feel that they're asking to look deeper. What keeps coming through is look deeper within yourself, Pisces. Okay? Yeah, I was wrong. These readings are painful. They're not painful. It's not the right word. They're deep. They're deep. Okay? A lot of the time in these readings and in the last couple of weeks, I feel like I've been trying to impart a feeling. You know, when you feel a certain way, but you can't quite put it into words. That's what I am getting from this. So it's very hard to put into words. I have to kind of put myself in that uncomfortable position of whatever this feeling is, and then I've got to try to put it into words. Now, some of it I've felt before, and some of it I've not. Or I don't live it anymore, so I'm not used to it. It's difficult for me to put into words. So please, you know, I'm trying hard to go deep. Okay, it almost feels Scorpio-like in nature, like it goes really deep. Or I'm trying to be Scorpio and I'm not, which is funny. My Scorpio friend will probably do better here. So, all right. this is the first part of the reading. I am going to now start with the Three of Wands, and I feel that's the guided system. That's you've launched it, you've gone to it, and this is like that seed that you've planted, the work that you've done already. And what that means to you, beautiful Pisces, okay? Let me make some room here because I had quite a few cards going on. Yeah. Resentment, caution. You know, yeah, we've been cautious not to get hurt. But I feel like Pisces, that spirit keeps pushing for you to expand yourself a little more. Take a chance, right? It's not always comfortable, but it's most certainly needed. It's very needed, but it's not comfortable. It gets very tiring. It gets very tiring to do. Facing my shadow removes darkness from the world. Ah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Yep. They said it perfectly, okay? That's that reflection thing. I feel that you face many shadows. Some of you probably a lot more than others. Some of you are still kind of like working through that healing part of it. I feel a lot of like, how do I explain this energy? Waking up and feeling a bit flat, you know? Like, where is this leading to? How long is this going to take? Am I ever going to feel better before I feel, you know, how long am I going to feel worse before I feel better? And this is from your past, right? You have to do that work. You have to face the shadow inside yourself. You have to look at the reflection in the mirror. You have to be brutally truthful with yourself. Not only just to be mean. Some people say, well, if I say that, then it's just being mean to myself. The world's mean enough as it is. Not necessarily true, Pisces. The work that you did was for you to face your shadows, your fears. Okay? Some of these things that you face, they're not real. Okay? Some of these lies that you've told yourself to make you feel bad, they're not real. It's something that you keep repeating to yourself. Okay? You may have like really kind friends who tell you, oh no, you're making too much of it. But you know within yourself whether you are or you're not. Okay? And whatever you lie to yourself, it's going to come back and get you. I'm telling you, it's just, it won't let you rest. It's going to come back and get you eventually. So you might as well just face it. You might as well just do it now. Okay? Yeah, you might as well just do it now. So, let's see here. Facing my shadow, let's see. And this is the Gaia Gateway they call Ancient Wisdom. Okay? This is the energetic portal that we access, because these cards all have different chakras. And this one is the Gaia Gateway, and it says, we access through the Earth star, therefore it's found beneath our feet. But when we're connected to it, it's best to imagine a wormhole or portal in the center of the Earth. This chakra is not as well known as the others, but it connects us to the infinite intelligence of Gaia, the spiritual presence of the planet Earth. So we can use it to access the ancient wisdom of the Earth. Okay? So this is rooting down into our path in order to access the wisdom of our soul. They're about recognizing that all of our experiences hold key aspects in our healing, and through connecting with our own personal story, we're able to uncover our purpose. Gaia knows what it's like to feel mistreated, misunderstood, but she also knows that it's like to survive and thrive, and we work with her matrix of intelligence. We are able to uncover the same energy in our own life. I love that, okay? And this is like the very first card in that section of cards. And it says everyone has a shadow. It's part of a psyche that our ego has disassociated from. The parts of our life experience we have pushed deep down inside. The shadow doesn't just equate to negative experiences or trauma, though. It's also contained the gifts of loving parts of our being that we felt and we've had to hide in order to survive the human realm. When we receive this deep in our heart, you're asking the universe to support you in living an aligned life that is filled with purpose. You know that being on this planet, you can make a difference and ultimately bring great light to darkness. In order to be brilliant and a shining light that you are, it's time to face the parts of your life, your story, and your gifts that have been hidden in the shadows. Don't be afraid. No longer are you here to hide your talents. No longer are you here to make yourself small to fit in with others. No longer are you here to carry pain in your heart by bringing your shadow into the light. You can remove darkness from the world. And that is the answer to your question of why should I do this much work when there is so much, this feeling of defeat, okay? That, oh, I'm still working on this. Oh, this is so hard. You know, it was much easier when I protected myself. So much more easier when I was, you know, using caution and going, all right, we're not, because you have greatness within you, Pisces, and you want to be using it and you want to be giving it to the world. And in order to do that, you need to dig down deep. You need to find that thing that makes you, you know, work and do. Okay, Pisces. So let's pull these cards. All right. Page of Wands. Look at that slingshotting through. Yep. High hurdles. Like, you know, I know what this is. It's pole vaulting, right? That makes so much sense. And the Page of Swords. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles. Perfect. Look at all this youthful energy coming in. Yeah, I feel that some of this is bringing you back to ground zero, the Eight of Cups. So I do feel that a lot of this is bringing you back to, like, the beginning, right? Like this energy of learning again from scratch. And that's probably true, because the person that you are becoming is one that hasn't been there for a long time, maybe ever, okay? Pole vaulting, you gotta catch air. You gotta catch air to do that. And it looks like that's what you're doing with the Page of Wands, right? You're catching air, and look at that. There's air right there, right? But the thing is it's very scary. And that's why this caution sign keeps, like, going, like, stop, no, no, you know, you're headed for danger. First of all, you're catching air, you're pole vaulting, and then the Page of Swords, who's that energy of letting all the ideas in, but, you know, swinging the sword at, you know, at imaginative things. But it's also, with the page comes the new ideas, right? The new communication, somebody of, like, mentally active, new stuff, okay, coming in, ready for battle in the most elegant way. And I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, it's like you've been saying, like, yeah, but I want to do this in a way that's, like, more, you know, cautious, more careful. Let's look at the details first, or, you know, and be able to walk away if I don't like it. And I feel in the past you've had that push and pull of new and old kind of dragging you one way or another. I want to be this fresh new being who just, like, you know, plows through everything. But then you have the other side going, no, slow down. You know, we gotta take it slow. We gotta be cautious. having always looking into reflection and facing your shadows has been a very, very tiring, very tiring journey. I feel very tired for you, Pisces. And to tell you the truth, this week I have been super tired in this reading. I can't even tell you. There's some days I did readings, I don't even know if I was awake for them. Like I listen to them after and I go, where's this coming from? Obviously spirit, because might as well just make me a puppet this week, because the rest of my body is not here. I have been so tired, so spent. I think that's the word, spent. Okay? I feel like I'm being washed clean of the remnants, the guck on the walls of what is left of me. And it's taking a lot out of you. I feel like it's taking a lot out of me. Honestly, I'm glad that I've just gone to one reading a day, or I don't think I could have done it. Okay, I don't think I could have continued at this point. Look at the Temperance, right out of balance, right out of whack. And I was shuffling the card in reverse. And I'm going to leave it like that because it was meant to be that way, right? To find a patience in this new energy is, yeah. Yeah, now I'm getting the feeling that I just want to run away from all of it. You know, like, it's too much. Let's pull some more cards. We're talking about the Temperance and how it's kind of flipped over. This has thrown you for a loop. Alright. Nine of Cups. Though, you know, it's also brought you, it's brought fruition to what you've wanted, right? These new thoughts, these new things. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles and the Page are fighting with each other, kind of going, okay, I want to do something great, and the Knight is going, slow down. Slow down, just take one thing at a time. But this back and forth has also brought things forward. It's also brought abundance. It's brought you expansion, even just a little bit, by going out of this comfort zone, about overcoming all of these things, right? Surrendering some resentments, working on your self-esteem. It's brought harmony too, okay? It's brought harmony too. It's made you leave a lot of things behind. I love the Knight of Pentacles. I know a lot of people don't like the Knight of Pentacles. I do, though. I think I've lived my life as the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, I'm going to take this one thing and I'm going to, like, really, really study it and do everything. It may have been slower than the rest, but I feel that the progress that I make with the Knight of Pentacles is amazing, right? He's, like, amazing in the stuff that he does. You have the Star. Love the Star. Made you come into your goals. Knight of Cups. Let's pull the last one. Ooh. Five of Swords. Yeah, again coming in. It came in yesterday, the Five of Swords. Definitely not easy, okay? Definitely not easy, but making you see both sides of everything. Right. It's made you pick up on the things that were illusions and the things that were real. Okay? The Five of Swords, when I did meditate on the Five of Swords a long time ago, when I wanted the meaning of this card, because for me, I felt that it was so much more than just a lost battle or you know, arguments and work tribunals, a conflict and defeated. It became something so much more. It became, because of the mind, it was a perspective. And the biggest one that they come up with is, depending on what side of the war you are, of any war, you're either the winner or the loser, right? If you win the war and you're from here, but the other place loses, you're the winner. But if you're from the other place, you're the loser. So it's all a perception of how you see things, right? And the more perceptions you have, the more choices you have in your life. Okay, when you forgive people because you realize that that perception is, you're freeing yourself. You're not just, it's not forgiving to allow people to hurt you again. It's forgiving them so that you can release that negative energy you have associated with that part of your body to that situation or person, right? Surrendering to low esteem, to low self-esteem, is releasing that non-narrative, that wrong narrative with the Page of Swords, you know. It would be like for a woman looking in the 80s, you looked at the magazine cover and go, I don't look like her, so I'm not as worthy, I'm not as beautiful, I don't matter as much as this person. And yes, some of us were very harsh that way. We walked through life thinking that we had a number attached to who we were, how we were valued. Okay, and that really works on self-esteem, and it's an error. It's maybe the world kind of hopped on to that wagon train, but the more people started believing that erroneous way of thinking, the more we kind of just put a groove in the world that made it okay to be this way. And there's always room to change that kind of thing, right? Surrender the habit of people-pleasing, because otherwise you're selfish. Again, it's that Five of Swords. It's kind of cleaning up the confusion about everything you've believed about yourself or the world outside. You can change the narrative. This Knight of Cups, though, is again telling me that it's been a journey of really hard on the energy to admit it, to see it, and then to release it. And no word of a lie, it is hard, okay? It is hard to change that narrative because there's so many people still living it somehow, right? If you look at the world, you see the plastic surgeries in the world, and I've been talking about that all week, but this is about the outward physical that's shining from an inward place, and you can see just how unhappy some of these people are, okay? They have a warped sense of what beauty means, and it's more, it's so much more. It's so much more than skin deep, okay? It's not what you outwardly show to people. It is from an inside place, okay? It comes from deep within you, by beautiful Pisces. So the star is trying to shine the light, especially to show you the way, right? And rebalancing all the chakras with the little stars around it. It's always about the little chakra and putting balance where there is none. You see that? Because this one is in reverse and this one is upright, and you see the water bearer, the same thing here going on, okay? So you're trying to rebalance things. And with the Earth star, you have more of the earth here, you're closer to the ground. I feel it's the same thing. You're trying to connect to something on the planet. Because the planet, if you see, there's always really great balance going on in the planet, Pisces. There's wonderful balance going on the planet. The planet doesn't drive itself nuts with forgiveness. It doesn't have problems with self-esteem. And it doesn't give a crap about people, right? There's no people-pleasing on the planet. The planet itself, planet Earth, does its thing. It is simply being, okay? It surrenders to the present moment, every moment. Okay, there's no past, there's no future, it lives right now. It is here at this moment right now. So you have a lot to get. Isn't it wonderful, though, that you can, hope for more and embrace the past and the lessons of it, not the bad stuff, but embrace what you can learn to, move a lot more. But you have a lot to learn from the planet, okay? That it is still here. It is still thriving, regardless of what we are doing to it. If tomorrow we were gone, it would continue to thrive, okay? Probably better, because we put a lot of stuff on here, right? We cause a lot of chaos to this planet, but it is living right now. It does the best it can right now with what we throw at it. And I think this is the big part of this, to do the best you can to keep rebalancing. to have these things at odds. And try to take really good care of yourself. I'm not kidding when I say I have been so spent all week. It's just been too much. I just feel like it's too much. Those are the two words I associate. Too much. You may have been overworking or just working yourself too much. I feel like it says with this Three of Wands right now, it's saying just sail, okay? You've put in the course. Make sure now that you're taking enough breaks in between. It's like I feel like you've been cramming for exams for so long, and now they're telling you you've got this stuff. You're just working on the little minor details. You know, keep looking at the page now and again, keep yourself fresh. But other than that, you know, you don't need to go recklessly nuts over this. You're doing just fine. So please make sure to get a lot of rest, a lot of liquids, go for a walk, go look at something, change your mind, go take a ride. You know, be deliberate, be in the present moment as much as you can. And don't rush to the next one, and don't live in the past one. Just be in right now. Okay? All right, my beautiful Pisces, this is it. This is my reading for today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as always. I have a lot to offer. It's all in the description box. I have gratitude journals that I built quite a few years ago. I have different ones with different covers. I have some for monthly and yearly, so those are available. I also have affiliate links to all the decks that I use weekly. This week I'm using the Neoteric Feminine, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot, I'm using the Sign of the Times, the Raise Your Vibration Oracle. So if you want to check those out, and this is the Surrender to, wait a minute, what is it? The Power of Surrender cards. So if you want to look those up, if you're interested in them, they're affiliate links. I get a little something. Doesn't cost you anything extra. It just give me a little something because I sent you there, which is really cool. Other things that I offer, memberships as low as $3 a month. I offer an extra video every Friday for my members as a thank you. And there's 369 level you can give, and it's just giving a little more to me to support what I do here. I appreciate it. If you want to do something extra, go to my website. That way you're always notified, because YouTube keeps changing everything like it feels every month with something new. And sometimes it feels like things change. So that maybe the notifications are not going out as much as they should. And then you lose me somewhere. So you go to website, put in your email. I'll always send you an email every day when I post or anything else that I might do. What else do I have in here, Pisces? I don't know. You go out there and check it out, and I will remain here, and I will stay here, faithfully yours, and I will see you tomorrow. We're going to look at what crowns you. We're going to look at the upper level chakras and what kind of information they can give you this week. As always, I'm sending you love, light, and blessings, my beautiful ones, and I will see you later. Bye for now.